So for everyone who has admits to a US university for a master's degree or anyone considering a master's degree in future, the jobs after you graduate are the paramount factor in your mind. You're going to be spending a lot, and therefore the buzzwords like OPT, CPT, H1B and the likelihood of you getting a job matter a lot. You cannot go in blindly. You have to understand how the US ecosystem allows you to get a job. In this video, I'm going to be covering how OPT periods work, how the H1B process works, and also what happens if you don't get a job in a significantly large period of time. So stay tuned. If you do a STEM designated master's degree in the US, you are offered the OPT. The OPT is an extension period offered on your student visa during which you can stay back and work without any questions asked. Therefore, the OPT period is critical. If you do a STEM designated degree, you are given a total of 3 years OPT. The first year is a standard OPT that's offered after every master's degree. You get a 2-year additional extension if you do a STEM designated degree. Hence, for you, the number that matters is 3 years of total OPT during which you can work on your student visa. Now, in order for this OPT period to be activated, you need to secure a job. The current rules state that you have to get a job within 3 months of graduating from your master's program for the OPT to be activated. If you do not get a job within these 3 months, then the OPT is not activated and you have to return to your home country. Now that sounds very scary, right? 3 months or 90 days is not very friendly. Here's what's happening practically on the ground. Now, if you go to a well-reputed program, then you might likely secure a job during your final semester or before that itself. Hence, the question of the 3 months after graduation does not come through. If you go to a decently reputed program, you should be able to secure a job within 3 months of graduation also without a problem. But the obvious question comes through: what happens in a bad job market, or if nothing works out and you're not able to secure a job within that 3 months? It is a tight period indeed. What most students end up doing if they don't secure a job within those 3 months is that they take up a job on campus or with a professor, which activates the OPT. A lot of good universities actively support students in this endeavor by offering such jobs. Now, you can keep this sort of a job for up to 1 year after your graduation. Hence, effectively, in the worst case scenario, you have up to 1 year after you finish your master's degree to get a full-time job offer. Now, while this gives you a sufficiently good safety net, I mean, having a year in a country like the US, which is the strongest job market overall for international students, is more than enough time, it is not ideal. The reason being, the jobs that I referred to that you're given on campus or with professors are not going to pay very well. Sometimes they may not pay at all. Therefore, you are not earning during a very critical period of your OPT time. You'd obviously want to earn throughout the 3-year extension that is on offer, and spending an entire year without a great salary can be a little troublesome for you. While this is a safety net, it's still better that you're able to secure a full-time job as early as possible. If you're watching this video and you have admits from multiple universities and you're debating which one to choose, or if you want to understand how scholarships work and how the university and hiring situation scene is, you can join our admitted students WhatsApp groups, where students and advisors from Gradvine are having these conversations day in and day out. Join our admitted students group today. The link to join will be in the description. These are curated groups, therefore you'll need to have your offer letter ready for the admin to approve your joining request. Alright, so now that the OPT question and how to activate it and keep it activated is out of question, now let's talk about the H1B. Now the H1B is something that your employer has to sponsor. They put your name into the lottery once per year. Now within the lottery system, if your application is picked once out of the 3 years, then you can keep the H1B and work in the US as long as you hold on the job. The H1B typically keeps extending if you do put in a green card application, and green card waiting times at this point are endless. Therefore, if you want to work for a significant period of time in the US, then your H1B is the way to go and you will be on a visa for a significant period of time. But this has worked out fine for millions of students in the past. Now, while you are holding that H1B visa, can you shift jobs? You absolutely can. As long as the subsequent employer is willing to keep your H1B status going, you have the freedom to shift jobs. The only time when you're tied up is typically when your name is being put through the lottery. At that point in time, you obviously want to stick to a recruiter so that your H1B gets activated. Once you have the H1B in hand, you can dictate terms a little bit better in future. Now, do you want to understand what the odds of getting an H1B are and what percentage of students are being selected each year so that you can figure out what your chances are? Well, comment below and we'll shoot a video covering that in the future. If you found this content clear and useful, please do like, share and subscribe and share this video for others who have similar doubts.